Hey y'all, it's Shannon. So I wanted to come at you really quick. I feel like I'm blinking my eyes a lot. I'm having allergy problems today. Anyways, sorry about that. I wanted to come at you really quick with a little haul from nuts.com. So if you didn't know, and depending on how long you've been watching this channel, you may have seen me shrink slightly over time from about 300 pounds to about my current weight, which is generally between like 130 and 135, 140, somewhere in there is generally where I float around. And so part of that is I had weight loss surgery, and then I also changed a lot of my eating habits, and I record everything I eat. If you're interested in that, just ask me in the comment section and I'll do a discussion of it or whatever. But part of that, like I said, is changing my eating habits, and I make a lot of my own food. Like, you've seen videos, I make my own pasta, and yes, I still make sweets and stuff, and holy macaroni, if you follow my Instagram, you'll know that's what I love to do, is to bake, and I take it into work, and then they eat it and they enjoy it. So for me, it's the process and the techniques a lot of times. Like, I like to eat it, but it's more the making. Anyways, so this is some stuff that I bought. I love nuts.com. They have all sorts of great healthy options. If you need gluten-free, if you have different kinds of food allergies, they pretty much, I feel like, have you hooked up. And their nuts literally are so good. I buy them every year at Christmas time for my family. It is kind of the tradition. Everyone really likes them. If you like those Texas Roadhouse peanuts, get the salted in shell ones. They're so good. I really like them. I buy a lot of their trail mixes and snack mixes for stuff on the road. And I will say they do also have a huge assortment of candy and stuff. So if you are doing like a kid's party or something and you're making little treat bags, they're a good option to look at. So, okay, I'm gonna get started because I really like them. And aesthetically, from the artist side of my life, I'm like very pleased with this because it is just so cute and so appealing. And I will say, in the last year, they've also added in where if you spend $59, you get free shipping. It used to not be that way, and I've ordered from them for over 2 years now. So the first thing I got is cranberries, and this is the juice infused cranberries. Now, these are a little pricier than the regular stuff you buy in the grocery store. However, I went with this because it is infused with apple juice rather than sugar, and I mean, it's still got sugar, let's not joke, but it has less sugars per serving, like when I calculated it out, because the serving size on this one is larger than a regular like cranberry. So yes, I am anal enough. I totally do that. So this is lower in sugar, and I just thought this would be a good option to try. So, and I will say I have bought their regular dried cranberries. I really like them. And okay, I'm gonna rant a little because I really like this place. I bought from it for a few years now, and their dried fruit is freaking amazing. It's dried, but it's still moist, if that makes sense. So if you bake with it, like I make the little oat bakes, or I'll make like the baked oatmeal, or if I do muffins or oatmeal cookies or whatever and put fruit in it, I don't have to soak it in like rum or liquor or whatever overnight. This just stays moist. It's so good. Like, so good. So that is a first time purchase. This is spinach powder, and it's literally just spinach. I bought this to put into my pasta, and I might put some in some bread. I don't know. I do love making my own pumpkin bread. I like it. It doesn't taste like pumpkin pie. It's just like regular sandwich bread, just with pumpkin, so that you get the extra beta carotene. Because I am like a 5-year-old. You need to sneak the vegetables in on me. That's a good way to do that. So I bought that to put into my homemade pasta. The next thing I got, in no particular order because I'm just grabbing stuff out, is panko breadcrumbs. I have purchased these before. I like to buy them. They're $2.99. I get an entire pound. This thing lasts me a year. If you buy it in the grocery store, you're paying between $2 and $4 for a box this big. So this is currants. I have never bought these before, but I'm really excited. They're just kind of, they're not raisins, but they're an offshoot of a grape varietal. and these are cinnamon chips. I have not bought these from nuts.com before, but I have bought similar ones from King Arthur Flour, and I really love to use these when you are making like muffins, like blueberry muffins or any sort of fruit muffins. Put these in there and they melt, and then you have little pockets of cinnamon you bite into. It's really, really amazing. Or if I make my own cinnamon raisin bread, I'll roll a few in, and it's yummy, yummy. This is a repeat probably for the last 2.5 years. This is the nuts.com raisin medley. I love this raisin medley. Sorry y'all, I'm having a lot of allergy problems. Hold on just a second. So I really like the raisin medley. It's got Jumbo Golden, Crimson Thompson, Flame, Golden Flame. It's so good. These are literally, I do not, you know, growing up, my mom would buy little boxes of raisins because they're a healthy snack, and you know, the California dancing raisin thing. I didn't really like them. I just thought raisins were dried out. I no longer think that if I buy these. In fact, my dad is the same as I am. We really didn't like raisins, but my dad loves it. So again, this is something I buy when I go home, and they get, you know, whatever, after I'm done making cinnamon raisin bread, my dad and my nieces and nephews will eat the rest basically. And it's a good option, good healthy option. It's delicious. I really like these. Like, I just will eat them out of the bag, and I love all the colors too. So I will say, like I said, nuts.com, they're dried fruit. Y'all, I cannot brag enough about it. It is probably a little more pricey than some of the stuff you buy in the grocery store, but the quality of it is far surpasses what you buy. This is already opened. This is milk powder. I have never bought milk powder from them before, but I wanted some actual, like, really powderized, kind of a dry baker's milk powder. I mean, that's actually, like, it's an actual name, like a baker's milk powder, and it's extremely finely ground. The only other place I've gotten it from other than King Arthur, and I have seen some bulk food stores that carry that type of powderized milk, is Now on Amazon, Now Foods. I got this to give it a shot because it is way less expensive to get a pound of this. It's not as finely ground as some of the powders I've used, but this is a really nicely fine ground milk powder. So I've used this in my Hokkaido, the Japanese milk bread with the Tangzong starter, and I quite like it. I think it is really good, especially if you're going by weight, you're fine. And it is finely ground enough, but it is not like the finest ground I've ever seen. Then this is cheddar cheese powder. It looks like alien-like. I got tired of buying cheese powder when I make my cheese biscuits, and this is just cheddar cheese. It's a dehydrated blend of cheese, granular and blue, pasteurized milk, cheese culture. So it's just cheese. It's literally just like freeze-dried cheese ground up and colored with this neon orange ass color. So cheddar and blue cheese. So I'm excited to try this one. And like I said, I didn't think it was going to be this neon, but it is very, because the other one I have I get from the local health food store here, and it is not quite so bright. But I'm excited to try it. And like I said, everything I've tried from Nuts is really good, and this is going to last me a long time. I won't be running out of that anytime soon. I'm sure I'll be thinking of things I need to try and put it in. This I opened as well. This is sour cream and onion seasoning, and I bought this because there's a flea market back home I go to that makes fresh pork rinds. I'm from the South, yes. And so they make and sell fresh pork rinds at the flea market, and they're amazing, and they had these sour cream and onion ones, and I was like, I gotta figure out how to do that. So I have figured out how to make pork rinds. I buy the pork rind pellets, and I've gotten the temperature correct, and so I was testing with the sour cream and onion. And I also sometimes like to make my own potato chips, and this would be good for dips and all that stuff, and stuff like this. It doesn't go bad very fast, so I'm not super concerned, you know what I mean? So it's gonna last a long time. Anytime I go to parties, I'll be a popular gal. And then this is a repurchase for me. This is the Baobab. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. Baobab Blood Orange Bites. I really like these a lot. I put them in like muffins or the cinnamon raisin bread and stuff. I really like these a lot. They're really good. Baobab, and then it's got apple, blood orange, and then orange, and that's it. That's what's in here. And so I really like it, but they make a Baobab and they have different, like they have a lemon and a raspberry, and it's all sweetened with apple juice, and then whatever, you know, the raspberry and puree or raspberry juice, and then the lemon and stuff. So I really like these to throw into, like I said, just breads and muffins and stuff, and I've eaten these on my own. It's kind of reminds me a little bit of like the little gummy fruit candies you used to get in a little bag when you were younger. It's similar to that, slightly tougher. I don't want to say tougher because that's not right, but chewier. I don't know. It's just, it's a different texture, but it's the closest I can get to describe it in my mind anyways. I really like it a lot in, like I said, fruit and in like muffins and breads and stuff when I'm already throwing in dried fruit. So it goes texturally really well. And the blood orange is a really nice, like tart orange sweet. It's just really, really good flavoring, clearly. And then this is new to me from nuts.com. I've tried it from other places. And this is the diced cinnamon apples. I don't know, because this does not look like the picture online. So we're gonna have to try this, because I'm a little like, this does not look like the picture online, and the other places I bought diced cinnamon apples from, dried, looked like the online picture, and so I'm like, okay, I have to say this smells like cinnamon apple pie. So I'm pretty sure I'm probably sold on it, which is why I bought this again as a dried fruit to throw into like muffins and breads and stuff. And it's so, the thing with dried fruit a lot of times is sometimes they over dry it. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if nuts.com's turnover, if their turnover rate is just so much faster, but their dried fruit is so much better than anything else I've ever had. My dad thinks it's because they don't dry it all of the way out, so that there's still some of that juice and moisture left, but I'm going to end up eating this whole bag, you watch. But it's really good. Really, really good. So it's apples, sugar, citric acid, which is vitamin C, lemon, cinnamon, and then sodium metabisulfite as SO2. So it's all fine to me. I don't have a sulfur allergy, so. Yes, this was really good. And I got a whole pound. So I will say that is the other thing, bulk. Nuts.com is basically a bulk online store seller, so almost everything you buy is by the pound, with the exception of these Baobab. These are 4 ounces, but I think almost everything you buy on there, most everything, is generally by the pound, with the exception of the Baobab fruit, and some of the like freeze-dried fruits and freeze-dried vegetables I bought are not. But overall, I really could not recommend nuts.com highly enough. I really like it, and I think it's wonderful. So if you're looking for some nice alternatives as far as dried fruit, things like that, healthy stuff, even not healthy stuff, I'm not gonna lie, they have cotton candy and some of that stuff on there too, but man, I really love their dried fruit. I can't recommend it enough. And if you need like specialty baking stuff, like, cause where I live, you know, I've moved to a much smaller city, so it's harder to get some of the stuff. I got, like the last time I ordered from them, I got like my blue corn flour that I've been having a hard time getting, and some of that stuff. So they do carry some of those more specialty things. They've got like black soybeans and raw soybeans and stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of that, and like I said, they've even got candy if you're doing like a party or something like that, where everyone makes their own little bag. Because I was at a wedding a few months ago, and that's kind of what they did, and they had all sorts of stuff. So they do have stuff like that, and I just can't recommend them enough. I really like them. So I was like, I've been buying from them for a couple of years. I'm not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but it's just an amazing place, and honestly, it's one of the things that has helped me to get the weight off, keep the weight off, and some of that. So I just wanted to share this little haul with you, and If you know of some great food snacky suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. I'm always looking for new ones. And yeah, do me a huge favor, like and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.